Hi, good morning. How are you all? I hope all are doing well. Okay, many are saying good morning. Let me see. Yes, I am fine, Zara. Fine. So many people. Prakriti, Amina, Tejaswini, Sunidhi, Sweta, Deepika, Namrata, Deepika. I'm good. You are also good. How are you, ma'am? I'm fine, dear Amina, Veena, Lavanya, Rithia, Rukia, Zara. Yes, ma'am. Okay, all of you are doing well. Okay, that's why we are learning immunity, right? Immunity will give you the idea how to be healthy, isn't it? So, what all we discussed, let me ask you some questions, right? Yesterday, I was giving you the various first order defense system, right? First order defense, I gave you mechanical immunity and biochemical immunity, right? Mechanical immunity is provided by skin and the mucous membrane, right? Physical. Yeah, I'm fine, Amina. Chandana, good morning. Right. So let's directly enter the subject. So mechanical immunity, I told you about the skin and the mucous membrane. Skin is having the thick keratin, the thick outer covering horny tissue. We call it as the outer layer is a horny one, and we call it as a keratin. So keratin avoids, it acts like a waterproof and bacteria proof. Therefore, as much as possible, keep your skin intact. Don't allow it to affect, get wounds and other things. Avoid all those infections. You will be healthy because you are allowing first order immune system to work, isn't it? Now, second one I told you about the mucous membrane, right? In mucous membrane, we discussed about various areas where mucous membrane is covering. Okay, Chandrika, good morning. Mindushri, good morning. Okay, okay. So I told you something about the mucous membrane, right? What are the areas we learned mucous membrane? Let me see. You type and show me. Tejashwini, good morning. Let me know what are the types areas where mucous membrane is covering. We have discussed about it. Yeah, respiratory digestive. We have discussed, the name I given buccopharyngeal lining. That way you write buccopharyngeal lining, respiratory lining. Yes, yes. Then urinogenital system, all of them, right? Respiratory lining, digestive tract, etc. Okay, those are all the areas where there will be movement of pathogens without entering into the cell, right? It acts as an internal mechanical barrier, right? Now, next is about the biochemical barrier. Certain chemicals we secrete, right? What are the chemicals I discussed already in the last class? Let's have some small brushing up of the subject. First comes the saliva from the salivary glands, which contain saliva contain lysozyme. Very good. Lavanya is saying, Pushmita is saying HCl. Yeah, lysozyme. Saliva contain lysozyme. Along with that, tear glands. What are the tear glands called? What are the names of tear glands? One by one you answer. What are the name of tear glands? Lacrimal glands. They contain the chemical lysozyme and also they are salty in nature, light salt content. Then sweat contain the lysozyme. Along that, sweat has something else also. What is that? Another thing present in the sweat? And oil glands. Oil glands will secrete something lactic acid. Right? We discussed about it yesterday. Lactic acids are formed that will do not allow the sebaceous gland, that not allow the pathogen to multiply. Okay. Then hydrochloric acid kills some microorganisms, and even inside the vaginal secretions and all, they are acidic. They will not allow the bacteria to multiply. Ceruminous glands, very good, Zara. Ceruminous glands that produce earwax, cerumen glands. Okay, that will avoid the entry of pathogens. Even it will avoid the entry of insects into the ear drum. Okay. Then later we discussed with this, started with the second order defense, second line defense, right? So where I told you about cellular barriers, and then we talk about various other types, cellular barriers, and also the inflammatory response and the other types I will tell you. Cellular barriers. In that, first I explained you about the first type of cell. See, by the time I discussed already, it is time. Okay. So first cell that we discussed is about the neutrophils and macrophages. So neutrophils, I told you, they are phagocytic function. They are types of WBC. Fine, good. Neutrophils, they will produce, they combine with the pathogens and form the phagosomes. Phagosomes attract some of the lysosomes nearby, form phagolysosomes. Phagolysosomes, once the lysosomes break open, they will break all the contents of the cell, including our WBC and the pathogen. This is how it works. Now we are going to talk about the neutrophils. Okay, neutrophils I just mentioned yesterday. I will talk about neutrophils. Yeah, neutrophils we discussed. Basophils are the right? Neutrophils we discussed. They act like a phagocytic cells. Now we are going to talk about the basophils, right? So WBC types, I hope you remember. Two types mainly: agranulocytes and granulocytes. Granulocytes we have eosinophils, neutrophils, and basophils. Remember? Then the second type is agranulocytes. We have lymphocytes and monocytes. Right? Now we are going to talk about the monocytes. Monocytes are the type of agranulocytes. Right? You remember, no? Okay. Now neutrophils get modified, become bigger, and they become the macrophages. So macrophages are the modified monocytes. Neutrophils, monocytes. Monocytes get large, become large, and they form the macrophages. So macrophages are the type of monocytes, right? These macrophages are of two types. Get into the subject now. Now all of you are there, I hope. 95 members have come, but I'm going to start with the subject. If people are coming late, I cannot help it. Right? I told you exactly that time. I have 5 minutes and be early. You should be earlier than me. Right? Not coming after me and slowly logging in. It's very wrong, right? From your part, it is wrong. You should come early and log in, right? Nothing is going to spoil you, right? What that big deal you are doing from that time, right? Only around still 20 members, at least you have to enter. It's so late you people are entering. Nisarga, you are coming late. So those who come late, don't wish me, okay? Because I want you to be early. Whole week we are going to deal with this till Friday, okay? Never come late, right? College is fine, lot of problems now. At home, no, happily you make yourself free. Come and say, okay, good morning, no issues. Nisarga, good morning, have a good day. But I'm telling you, this is the basic thing, discipline you have to maintain, right? So anyway, I'm very happy that all of you will come in time. But still, some of them are not yet entered. They slowly come and slowly, first only they leave. It's very wrong. Okay. So I was talking about monocytes. Monocytes are the type of agranulocytes. Agranulocytes, monocytes are the bigger ones, and these monocytes will become larger. They become macrophages. Now, macrophages are of two types. Some are called amoeboid macrophages. Some are called as a fixed macrophages. Amoeboid and those which will move around, they will be normally found in the connective tissues. Areolar connective tissue, you will get amoeboid macrophages. But some which are fixed, they will attach to the spleen, attach to the lining of the blood vessel, attach to the liver, and in all areas, if anything comes there, they will grab that. Right? So these are called as the fixed macrophages. So macrophages are of two types. Some are amoeboid macrophages. Second one is the fixed macrophages. Amoeboid macrophages will be there always in the areolar connective tissue and other connective tissue. It will grab the pathogens that are entering into the areolar connective tissues everywhere, right? They will grab the pathogens and they will destroy them like phagocytosis only. Second is about the fixed macrophages. They are attached to the lining of the blood vessels, lining of the spleen, lining of the liver and all of them, right? Even in the one Kupffer cells, the lining ones, they are the type of macrophages, one Kupffer cells. So these will get attached and they will grab the things, whatever they are entering to the bloodstream or their linings, okay? And they will destroy them. Already I told you how they destroy the lytic enzyme by the combining of the lysozyme, and they will destroy them. And also they will push them out. that is they put them outside the body also. And these are also called as the scavengers. Yeah, the scavengers and the normally scavengers are something that will eat and remove. So it has to destroy, then it will destroy and they will remove them from the body. Therefore, they are called the scavengers of the cell. Neutrophils and macrophages and neutrophils, macrophages and scavengers of the cell also. Do you understand this? So let me give you the details of that now. I'll write it on the board. You just observe. Right. What did I tell you right now? I told you that the type of immunity, which is cellular immunity or cellular barriers, it is brought by certain cells. First one, we talked about the neutrophils, a type of WBC cells. Second one is called the monocytes. This we discussed already. Now I'm talking about the neutrophils, monocytes. These will become enlarged and they become the macrophages. Okay, the macrophages are large in size and these are of two types. Some are called as amoeboid macrophages, some are fixed macrophages. Right? Amoeboid macrophages and all, they will be found in the areolar tissue or any connective tissue will be present. They will deal with the pathogens entering into the connective tissue. But fixed macrophages, they will be found in the blood vessel. Suppose this is a blood vessel, normal endothelium will be there. These are the macrophages here. Almost like one Kupffer cells, what you have learned. Okay, one Kupffer cell also will be like this, right? These are the kind of, they are found in the linings. Okay, whichever pathogen enters here, they will immediately they will grab them, they will take them and they will destroy them. Right? So both of these, they are called as the scavengers of the cell. Scavengers because they are going to eat up the cells, bacteria, and also they will clean the area where there is pathogen and other things are making the blood and tissue dirty. They will clean it. Therefore, they are called the scavengers of the cell. Right? So this is about the cellular immunity, second type. That's about the monocytes. Okay. Right now, you just write it down about this. Second one you write neutrophils. Sorry, monocytes. Neutrophils you already discussed, right? Second is about the monocytes. Monocytes are the type of WBC cells. Monocytes are the type of WBC cells that are categorized under agranulocytes. That are categorized under agranulocytes. These are of two types. What are the two types? Okay, not two types. These become larger. Just a minute. Just a minute. These become larger and become macrophages. These become larger and become macrophages. Next, right? Macrophages are of two types. First one, amoeboid macrophages. Second one, fixed macrophages. Good listen. Amoeboid macrophages and fixed macrophages. First, write the amoeboid macrophages. They are also called wandering macrophages. Wandering and the they are also called wandering macrophages. These normally found in amoeboid. Let me see. Any connective tissue. They are found in, they are normally found in connective tissue. Good. Any connective tissue. Okay, connective tissue. Connective tissue is found throughout the body. Connective tissue is found throughout the body. And thus, wandering macrophages attack the pathogens and dispose them off. Second one, fixed macrophages. You want me to repeat, Sanjana? Okay, I repeat. They are found throughout the body and they destroy the pathogen and dispose them. Destroy the pathogen and dispose them. Repeated. Sakalva. Second one, fixed macrophages. Okay, welcome. Fixed macrophages. These are the second type of macrophages that are fixed to. Fixed to the lining of blood vessels, lymph vessels, blood vessels, lymph nodes, liver and bone marrow. Liver and bone marrow. Liver and bone marrow. Okay, next. These catch hold of the microorganisms that pass through the blood or lymph, catch hold of the pathogens that pass through the blood or lymph and destroy them. These two, next paragraph, right? These two types of macrophages, namely wandering macrophages and fixed macrophages, Sanjay, it is a good question because, but the thing is, these act against certain microorganisms. It is not 100%. See, although I told you, anytime once you get the disease, no, they will be slowly produced. Not one Malarian parasite, it will become 1,000 in 1 minute. These will be hardly in one area, 10 will be there, but they may kill 1 or 2, but they will not be in a position to kill all of them. You must be knowing how fast they will multiply, no? Malarian parasites. Within no time, they will undergo multiple fission. Ashtani vela irala. Second infection work agutte idu. First infection mild idaga work agutte. Heavy infection andre agalla. Godaita Sanjay? Olle question kelta idiya? Oh, next. What I'll tell you, these two type of macrophages, that is wandering and fixed macrophages, together form reticuloendothelial system. ಇವೆರಡೂ ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದೇನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ರೋಫೇಜಸ್ ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಟುಗೆದರ್ ದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ರೆಟಿಕ್ಯುಲೋ ಎಂಡೋಥೆಲಿಯಲ್ system. It is called RE endothelial RES reticuloendothelial system. ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ RES ಅಂತ reticuloendothelial system. I am repeating Prakriti. These two macrophages, that is wandering and fixed macrophages together form reticuloendothelial system. I am repeating. See, reticuloendothelial system inde RES anta. Next point. Both neutrophils and monocytes. Both neutrophils and monocytes destroy the microbes and also eat up the dead tissue. And also eat up the dead tissue. Both neutrophils and monocytes destroy the pathogens and eat up the dead tissue. And therefore they are called, what are they called? I told you, no? What are they called? ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದಲ್ವಾ? They are called scavengers of the cell. Very good. Scavengers of cell or soldiers of the body. Soldiers. Soldier ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೊಡೆದಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ soldiers. Soldiers of the body. Scavengers ಅಂತ soldiers ಅಂತಾರೆ. Okay, listen. One more thing I would like to give you. See, there are certain bacteria like tuberculosis bacteria. Tuberculosis bacteria that will make some adaptations and live within the macrophages only. That's very bad actually, right? If at all there is a hospital there to cure the patient, and patients are created only in the hospital, is something wrong, right? That may happen here. They will adapt. Tuberculosis bacteria ಮತ್ತು Shigella bacteria ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಈ macrophages ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. That's why they cannot be easily destroyed. Okay, ಅವರು ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು they become almost similar to this and they will stay within the macrophages. Right? One more line. Certain bacteria or the pathogens like tuberculosis bacteria, certain bacteria like tuberculosis bacteria and salmonella, typhoid, no? Salmonella, they survive within the macrophages. Within the macrophages, I am repeating, certain bacteria like tuberculosis, certain bacteria or pathogens like tuberculosis bacteria and salmonella survive within the macrophages. Survive within the macrophages by special adaptations. By special adaptations. I repeat it. Okay, then. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವುಗಳ ಬೇಗ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. Okay, I told you, suppose you are not well, you are sick, go to hospital to get cured, right? ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಬರಂಗಿದ್ರೆ it's something wrong, right? ಹಂಗೆ ಇದು wrong. Okay, now let's talk about something called the third type. It is a inflammatory response. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ನಲ್ಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರನೇ ಬರೋದು ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಟರಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಟರಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಹೇಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಟರಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್. ಡು ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಹುಳ ಕಚ್ಚಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ವೂಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ರೂಸಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೆನ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಓಸಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಶೋ ಯು ಆನ್ ದ ಬೋರ್ಡ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕೀಪ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, so whenever there is inflammation andre something bitten or you have wounds or bruises or something like that happen. Okay, hige kai ide ante ilkolli, kai ide illi open agbittide, illi break down agbittide, illela wound agbittide, it is wound, it is coming out. Okay, what happens is, this is what I am writing about the inflammatory response. Namma body inflammation ge inflammatory response ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ response. Okay, so first if there is a wound, this area some damaged tissues are found. Okay, these are all broken down. Then what will happen, immediately those which are blood vessels over here, they are broken down. All from this broken blood vessels, lot of blood and other things come out. But immediately these blood vessels will produce something called as histamine. Right, this will widen up the blood vessel. It's a vasodilator, due to which this will dilate, and all the blood and other fluids will pour into this, and immediately this histamine will coagulate this. Anticoagulants, they will be produced, coagulate, right? Then this fluid will be poured into this. Amala they become more permeable, and all these amoebocyte cells, no, our types of WBC, I told you, they leave the blood vessels and start working. What is that called? Those blood vessels that leave the blood vessel and go to the infected area. Okay, the process ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? Let me see your answers. ಏನು ಅಂತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ? Let me see answer. Let me see. When the blood, very good. Lisha, okay, Hafsha is right. Bhumika is right. It's called diabetes. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ WBC cells ಇದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಚೆ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಪೇರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಿದೆ. So there is a diapedesis. Amale, all the lymph and other fluids start pouring. Blood will be increasing in this area, so this will become swollen and this will become red colored. And because of the fast movement of fluids, it become warm. Okay, this will get, first is, these are all the secretions, red, warm, and swelling happens. Okay, now below that there are some neurons present here, right? Neurons will be there. Because of the swelling, these neurons get the signals from this, and they will take that signal to the brain. And in brain, there is a pain center, which is the brain, pain center in the brain. Brain alli ಒಂದು pain center ಇರ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದು? ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗರು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಈಗ, pain center brain ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ pain center ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಮುಖಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ? ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಪೇನ್ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 4 ತಿಂಗಳಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ರೆಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡನೇದು ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೂರನೇದು ಸ್ವೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾಲ್ಕನೇದು ಪೇನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಷನ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಟರಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಷನ್ ಇಷ್ಟು 4 ಕತೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು, ಆ ಏರಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. Because of the flowing, they will become warm. More circulation, the warm temperature ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And also these dead cells ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಇದರಿಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ histamine release ಆಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪೇನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, and suppose the pathogen is surviving, they will produce even pus also. Pus formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Pus formation indicates that the infection is still there. Pus formation is dead cells, WBC cells, pathogens ಎಲ್ಲ ಸತ್ತೋಗಿರೋದು ಪಸ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲಿಂಫ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ pus formation also. But first ಈ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ 4 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಿದೆ, ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಉತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ, ಕೆಂಪಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಬಿಸಿ ಬಿಸಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದರೆಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪೇನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮುಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಟರಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಇದು 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮೇನ್ PU ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಮೇಟರಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, okay, let me give you points on this. Write the heading inflammatory response. I will explain. Now I will first give you points, Sanjay, then I will explain you again if you don't understand. Write down inflammatory response. During injury cuts or burns or insect bites, bracket ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, cuts, burns or insect bites. During injury ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Cuts, bites or insect bites. Cuts, burns or insect bites, bracket complete. Allow the bacteria and other pathogens to enter the body. Cuts ಎಲ್ಲ ಆದಾಗ ಹೊರಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Allow the bacteria and other pathogens to enter the body. And the tissues, body and the tissue ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಇದು. The broken tissue produce certain substances helping in blood clotting. Certain substances that help in blood clotting. Certain substances ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀವು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ blood clot ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಫೈಬ್ರಿನೋಜನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಫೈಬ್ರಿನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಶ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ PUC ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು, ರೈಟ್? So certain, what do you written? Certain substances released by the damaged tissue or broken tissue help in blood clotting. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳೋಣ. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್. Blood clot stops the bleeding from the damaged area. Blood clot stops the bleeding from the damaged area. The foreign substances or the pathogens that enter through wounds damage the mast cells. Damage the mast cells. Damage the mast cells. Next point, the broken mast cells produce serotonin. I'm sorry, histamine alla, serotonin. Because histamine is an anticoagulant, serotonin release ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. SEROTONIN, serotonin. SERO, serotonin release serotonin. This will help in vasodilation. Sorry, serotonin will help in what? Help in blood clotting. Serotonin will help in blood clotting. Blood clotting. Broken mast cells also produce histamine. Broken mast cells also produce histamine. 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 I repeat. I am repeating. ಈಗ listen. Mast cells ಏನೇನ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆರೋಟೋನಿನ್, ಹಿಸ್ಟಮಿನ್, ಹೆಪಾರಿನ್ ಮೂರು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಅದನ್ನ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆದಾಗ ಸೆರೋಟೋನಿನ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೆರೋಟೋನಿನ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಗೆ ಅಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಸೆರೋಟೋನಿನ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದು ಹಿಸ್ಟಮಿನ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಿಸ್ಟಮಿನ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಸೋಡೈಲೇಟರ್. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು, ನೆಗಡಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅಲರ್ಜಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಹಿಸ್ಟಮಿನ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೂಗಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ವೈಡನ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ದಿಸ್ ವೈಡನ್ ಅಪ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹಿಸ್ಟಮಿನ್ಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲರ್ಜಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಂಟಿ ಹಿಸ್ಟಮಿನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಅಲೆಗ್ರಾ, ಲೈಕ್ ಸೆಟ್ರಿಸಿನ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಂಟಿ ಹಿಸ್ಟಮಿನ್ಸ್. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಹಿಸ್ಟಮಿನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ವಾಸೋ ಡೈಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸಂಜಯ್? ತಿಳಿತಾ ಸಂಜಯ್? ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಿಸ್ಟಮಿನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ ಡೈಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಡೈಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಬೇಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ ಅಗಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟಮಿನ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ವೈಡೆಂಡ್ ಅಪ್. ವೈಡೆಂಡ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಟ್? ರೈಟ್. ಹಿಸ್ಟಮಿನ್. Histamine helps in vasodilation. Histamine helps in vasodilation or dilation of the blood vessels. Vasodilation or dilation of the blood vessels. Because of this, more blood flow to the affected area. Because of this, more blood flows to the affected area. And the affected area become red in color. Underline red in color. Red in color. And also get warm. Warm ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಿಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಜ್ವರ ಬಂದಂಗ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And also become warm. Underline the warm. Next point. The blood vessels become more permeable and its plasma flows out. More permeable and its plasma flows out into the damaged area. More permeable and the plasma flows out into the damaged area, resulting in swelling. Resulting in swelling. Swelling. Underline it, swelling. Next, due to the accumulation of plasma and swelling, The neurons beneath that get compressed. The neurons, I told you, because of the swelling, the neurons beneath that get compressed and send the message to brain. Which part of the brain? I told you, brain center. Brain send to the brain. ಏನು ಇರ್ತದೆ? ಯಾವ್ದು ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇನ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್? ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಸಂಜಯ್ ಏನೇನೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಇದ ಸಮಯಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಮಿಡಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ? ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಇದಾವೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು. ಏನ್ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ ತಲೆ? You can't talk properly. Parietal lobe is the. Do you remember, Sanjay, what is parietal lobe? Thalamus. Mister, ಎಂತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಏನು? What Shweta said is correct. Parietal lobe is the one. Parietal lobe ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? Hypothalamus. Sandana, ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಇವ್ರು ಕಾರ್ಮೆಲ? What is this here? You people don't know brain properly. Brain alli forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain, middle part ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನು. Midbrain, hindbrain, forebrain part cerebrum, diencephalon, olfactory lobes. Then midbrain, corpora quadrigemina and crura cerebri. Hind lobe or hindbrain, cerebellum, pons varonia and medulla oblongata. ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ? Then cerebrum alli the lobes are there. Which are the lobes of cerebrum? ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕಾರ್ಮೆಲ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಇವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ KCR ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನೀಗ. ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳಲೇಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್. Nisarga is answering. Let me see. Carmel girls, temporal. Okay, Shweta, you are right. Carmel students and Oxford students and others should answer now. Okay, stop. You people don't write. Let them write. I want to know how much they know, because everybody is getting the subject now. No, I want them, because I have only told you all this. Sumedha is saying frontal lobe. Okay, maybe a little bit deviation. Let me know what are their functions. Gauri and other AC students, you don't answer now, because I have given you big notes. Others you should answer. Oxford students should answer, and other students should answer to me, because I want you people to answer. Oxford college ಅವರು, Cordial college ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೀಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನು. Give the functions of all the lobes of cerebrum. Prithvi Gowda is saying parietal lobe. Parietal lobe function and Prithvi Gowda. Frontal lobe function ಏನು? Shweta, what is the function of frontal lobe? Frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, temporal lobe. ನಾನೇ ನಾಲ್ಕು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. You tell me their functions. I am giving you na. Occipital lobe is for vision, correct? Cordial students, Oxford students, answer. First piece syllabus. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಬರಿಬಾರ್ದು. Prakriti, you be quiet na. Let them answer. I told no, I have given you all. So you must be knowing. You can't say I don't know. But others I want to ask what they know. Frontal lobe, seat for intelligence, association, questioning, memory. Very good. Zara, you are right. Logic. Good. Frontal lobe, problem solving. Either. Temporal lobe, vocabulary. Huh? Temporal lobe is not vocabulary, Leelavati. Temporal lobe is for anybody. Now you can answer. AC children can answer. Temporal lobe gain kelsa. AC people can answer. Temporal lobe, what's the function? Frontal lobe, parietal lobe is the pain, touch, pressure. Good, Zara. This is what I wanted to know. Parietal lobe is for the pain, temperature, smell, taste, Allah. Temperature, pressure, touch and pain. Nalaku. Okay. Occipital lobe is for the vision. Okay, done. Okay, now listen. ನಾನೇನಿದೀಗ pain ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ lobe function ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ. There will be message sent by the neurons which will react now. How do you feel the pain? Parietal lobe. Very good. So parietal lobe. Right on. Okay, now fine. Enough. Right on. The neurons carry the message to the brain, and parietal lobe sends the motor impulse for pain. Motor impulse for pain. Pain baridi last. Sakiga bardidu. Okay, pain. Thus, all these four responses, namely, our four responses are redness, warmth, then swelling and pain, are together called inflammatory responses. Are together called inflammatory responses. Aita? Done then. Right, next one. Okay, let's now move on to pus formation. Pus. Pus formation. During the inflammation, large number of neutrophils and macrophages during the inflammation, large number of neutrophils and macrophages are killed by the toxic substances released by microorganisms. Are killed by the toxic substances released by microorganisms. This zone of dead phagocytes is covered by living phagocytes. This area of dead phagocytes is covered by the living phagocytes, and the macrophages trapped inside. This forms a barrier. And avoid spreading of infection. Later, the dead microorganisms are slowly disposed by the living phagocytes. Therefore, the dead phagocytes killed pathogens. Dead phagocytes killed pathogens and damaged tissue. Dead phagocytes killed pathogens and damaged tissue. Leave the body in the form of pus. Leave the body in the form of pus. In the form of pus. Varadra? Okay, then. Okay, so one thing I would like to start next on what you all of you listen one thing. Somebody yesterday they were asking me which book do I refer. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, whenever I come to the class I used to hardly have any notes with me. Most of the times notes idru kuda some of the things I will add and explain. Do you remember all of you AC students and all Carmel avru bandidare alva? Do you remember all of you? Yes, I hardly carry any notes with me. Only translate madavag book tandirtini nanu. So most of the things I will mix up and explain you according to the need of that chapter. Do you understand? ಯಾರೋ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಲ್ ಯಾರು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ some of the new things I will add, not any from the book. Mainly I will go through your EPL book. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ EPL ಒಂದು ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸರ್ತಿ ಪೂರ್ತಿ. ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ EPL is a very good book. You have everything in that. ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಬೇಕಾದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Don't ask me which book you refer. I want to refer that book and all. That mean that you are not writing now. Right? Yesterday somebody messaged me saying that which book you refer, ma'am. And our students you can ask. Hardly I will refer much. Refer itkondirthe reference ಒಂದು book ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ. ಬಟ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಲಿ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್. Right? Information ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಫೀಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ suppose you are missing any class, ask our office people to get the videos rather than suddenly I will do something, some book I read and get. Reading book is better. Any book you can read. EPL ಒಂದು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಯಾರ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೆನಪಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾರ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. EPL you read fully. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇರುವಂತ ನೀಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇದ್ರೆ you refer that. I used to tell you, always I'll tell you something. Suppose NEET ಬಗ್ಗೆ information ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, whenever you are buying a NEET book, go through the concept part, not the questions. Questions 1000 ಇರಲಿ 2000 ಇರಲಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್, ಥರೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕು. ಆ ತರ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇರೋ ಬುಕ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ರೈಟ್? ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಎನಿ ನೀಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಸರ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ EPL ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೇ ಇದೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಬುಕ್. Read EPL book, right? You all have, right, EPL, right? ನಿಮ್ಮತ್ರ EPL ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ ತಾನೆ? Yes, you do have it, right? Read that. Don't expect that. But ನಾನೀಗ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ತಾನೆ. I will be explaining you more. ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, where are they? Oxford students ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Do you have all of you have EPL book with you? EPL book ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಯು ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಡಿಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ EPL ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾಪೀಸ್ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಶ್ವೇತಾ, EPL ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾಪೀಸ್ ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸರ್ ಒಂದ್ಸರ್ತಿ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಳಿ EPL ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ. Okay, there are a lot of EPL copies are there with us. Don't worry about that. We have copies. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆವಾಗ you will get it. ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮೊದಲೇ ಸರ್ ಒಂದ್ಸರ್ತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮನೆ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ತಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. I can't help it now, right? ಆದ್ರೆ I will ask no hard copy in the college. ಅಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ, we will ask them to now to give them EPL. ಆಯ್ತಾ EPL ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು ರೈಟ್ ನಾವು ಅದು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ PUC ಬುಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ವಾ ನೀವು NCERT ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ NCERT ಇದೆ ತಾನೆ ಓಕೆ NCERT ಇದ್ರೆ ಮುಗೀತು NCERT ಇರ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ EPL ಎರಡೂ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓದಿ ನಾನು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಲ್ವಾ ನಾನೀಗ ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ have a detailed explanation only ಸರಿನಾ so let's not have a shortcuts for this right ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಸರ್ ಕೇಳಿ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ is it right ಸಪೋಸ್ ನೆಟ್ ಸ್ಲೋ ಇರಬಹುದು ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ನೆಟ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿರಲ್ಲ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇದೀವಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾವಾಗ ಫ್ರೀ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅವಾಗ ನೆಟ್ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಅವಾಗ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಓಕೆ ಡನ್ so let's now move on to next thing. It is about the next type of second order defense is fever. You all know the fever whenever it happens. You all get fever whenever there is an infection, right? Infection bandidagala fever bartalva namage. If fever produced is because of the endogenous pyrogen released by the pathogen and our body cells. Okay? So body temperature yak rise agidre normally there will be a production of protein in the blood which is released by the macrophages ಒಂದು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ನ ಅದರ ಹೆಸರು ಪೈರೋಜನ್ ಅಂತ ಆ ಪೈರೋಜನ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಓಕೆ if there is an infection this happens okay I'll write about the fever now okay okay how is fever caused ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ so fever if there is an infection in the body okay ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ if there is an infection it leads to the increase in number of WBC cells. Increase in WBC cells. Okay? WBC cells ಬಂದು lot of macrophages release ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Macrophages will produce something called as the pyrogen. Pyrogen is a fever causing agent. Fever causing protein idu. Released by this macrophage. ಈ ಪೈರೋಜನ್ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಶೂರ್ ದಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಟು ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಹೋಗಿ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ where the brain thermoregulation happens right ಹೀಗೆ ಫೀವರ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ cannot multiply ಈ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇಂದ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಫ್ಟರ್ some days you will become all right ಈ ತರ ಫೀವರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ಬರ್ನ್ ದ ಪ್ಯಾಥೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಫೀವರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಫೀವರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಬಂದು ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾನೇ ಫೀವರ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕಾಸ್ ಫೀವರ್ ಇದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಫೀವರ್ ಇದು ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೈಲ್ಡ್ ಫೀವರ್ ಬರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ there will be increase in the WBC. Increase in WBC cells, macrophages. Macrophages will produce pyrogen. Pyrogen is a protein that will increase the temperature by connecting to the brain. Brain will give the uniform temperature all over the body. Body gella olle improve temperature increase ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Temperature ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದಾಗ infectious microbes will not multiply. Right? This is how our body has its own mechanism. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we will take anti-pyrogen tablets like ಟಿಸ್ಪ್ರಿನ್ ಆಸ್ಪ್ರಿನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ ಡೋಲೋ ಇಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಫೀವರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪುಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ಡ್ ದ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫೀವರ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ವಿಚ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫೀವರ್ ಬರ್ದಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ 1 ರಿಂದ 4 4 ರಿಂದ 10 ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೈಲ್ಡ್ ಫೀವರ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ. ಬಟ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಗ ದ ನರ್ವ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ಡ್. ತುಂಬಾ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ 102, 103, 104 ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನರ್ವ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸಚ್ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್. ಯಾವುದು ಆಸ್ಪಿರಿನ್ ತಗೋಬಹುದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ತಲೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಫೀವರ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಲೀನ್. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಫೀವರ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಐರನ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್. ಐರನ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿ ಐರನ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜ್ವರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಐರನ್ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಐರನ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಫೀವರ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಗ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಫೀವರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರಂತೂ ಬೇಗ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೋಸಿನ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಫೀವರ್ ಬರೋದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಥೋಜನ್ಸ್. ಯಾವ್ದು ಡೆಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾಥೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸುಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಫೀವರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಲಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಕ್ರಿಮೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪ್ಯಾಥೋಜನ್ಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಫೀವರ್ ಮೈಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಫೀವರ್. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ ಫೀವರ್. Fever normally during inflammatory response, the affected area become warm and is called localized response. Localized na particular area matra warm agutte. Localized response. Later a systematic response affects the entire body. As below. Entire body as below. First one, number 1, WBC count increases. WBC count increases in blood. Increases in blood. Macrophages produce a protein called endogenous pyrogen. Endogenous, ENDGENOUS. Endogenous pyrogen. So bari pyrogen annangilla ಇದಕ್ಕೆ endogenous pyrogen ಅಂತಾರೆ. Endogenous pyrogen. Next, this endogenous pyrogen rises the body temperature. When it reaches the brain. When it reaches the brain. Brain reset the thermoregulation What? Repeat was so many times I'm repeating. This endogenous pyrogen increase the fever or result in fever when it reaches the brain. Aita? When it reaches the brain. Next, brain resets the thermostat to a higher temperature resets the thermostat and the temperature regulation to a higher temperature that spreads the entire body, that spreads to the entire body. Spreads to the entire body. There are, next point, there are certain gram-negative bacteria, G-negative, gram-negative bacteria. There are certain gram-negative bacteria. There are certain gram-negative bacteria that also cause fever. Next point, mild fever actually strengthen the immune system. Actually strengthens the immune system. Mild fever actually strengthens the immune system. During mild fever, it activates the phagocytes. It activates the phagocytes and kills the microorganisms. Activates the phagocytes and kills the microorganisms. Kills the microorganisms. But fever reducing medicines, fever reducing medicines like aspirin or crocin will interfere natural action of the immune system. Will interfere the natural action of the immune system. Natural action of the immune system. But very high temperature is too dangerous. But very high temperature is too dangerous. It has to be brought down It has to be brought down by using antipyretics. Antipyretics. P-Y-A-N-T-I-P-Y-R-E-T-I-C-S. Pyretics. By antipyretics. Pyretics and the Jwara barde irudavanta medicines. Antipyretics. Like aspirin. Or by applying a cold pack. Or cold sponge bath. Cold pack ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಲೆ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಫುಲ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜ್ವರ ಇದ್ದ ಮೈ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪಾಂಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಣ್ಣೀರಿಗೆ ಅದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮೈ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಒರೆಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Cold pack. Normally during high fever, there is reduction in blood iron level. Normally during high fever, there is reduction in blood iron level. Okay. Next, we will talk about the cytokine barriers. Okay, that's the second type. First one ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನನಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದಲ್ಲ ಏನೋ the outside barriers ಆಯ್ತು. ಈಗ cytokine barriers. Cytokine ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? There are certain kind of things produced by the killing properties in the cell. They are called cytokine barriers. Okay. One of them is interferons. Cytokine barriers ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ interferons. ನಾನು ಚಿತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ. So now we are going to talk about the cytokine barriers. Andre some chemicals produced by the cell against mostly viral infections. They are called cytokine barriers. It's the second thing we are discussing now. Second one, cytokine barriers. Okay. Here ಬರೋದು first one, interferons. Interferons are nothing but antiviral glycoproteins ಅಂತಾರೆ. Glycoproteins. ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಯರ್ ಬೈ ಸೆಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಹಂಗೆ 3-4 ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಸೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಸೈಡ್. ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ, right? And cells are having junction. Therefore the tight junctions will be there in the cells, right? Imagine mari if there is an infection by a virus here. Viral infection, I hope you know, inge infect agadaga it will release its viral DNA into this. This is a viral infection. This is a viral DNA athwa RNA. Then ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, our body system here, it has our nucleus will be there, no? This DNA will start producing some chemicals called as interferons. These are all called as interferons. But the number of interferons production will be very slow because virus will multiply very fast. Within no time it will break into large number of copies and will break our cell, our nucleus, and its head, tail, and all these things will produce very nicely and multiply, form large number of virions inside. Our interferons are less. They will oppose the virus, but they are less produced because virus will multiply faster. Now, once these interferons are produced, they would recognize what kind of virus is this. First thing what they will do, they leave the cell and go to the neighboring cells. Interferons transfer agutte. Interferons will move to the neighboring cells. Then virus will finish full its life cycle here and breaks this open and come out. ಹುಡುಕಾಡ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ, right? But they entered ಏನಿದೆ ಇದು interferons. They will promote the production of interferons by this cell. ಅದು ಮೊದಲೇ ಪ್ರಿಕಾಷನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ, ಇದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ವೈರಸ್ ಹೀಗಿದೆ, ಈ ತರ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೆರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ will be keeping the interferons ready. Okay, by the time this virus goes and attacks this cell and attack ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದರ ವೈರಸ್ DNA ಬಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ all the interferons will block this and will kill this. This is how our entire cell, one cell which may be dead, this will get killed, no doubt this is killed, but neighboring cells are protected by the production of antiviral glycoproteins called interferon. Do you understand this? This is how interferons will work, right? This is the affected cell, this is a virus, this is the dead cell, this will die. These are the neighboring cells, they will block the viral infection, viral multiplication. Okay, this is how our body will do all these activities. Only thing is it should be immediately reacting. Idkalla nimage strong agirbeku immune system. Okay, did you get this? You can write down first 1 or 2 lines, then you have to draw this diagram. First write the heading cytokine barriers. It is a special type of defense system that mainly works against viral infections. It is a special type of defense system that mainly works against viral infection. Viral infection. It will not work against any other microorganisms. It will not work against any other microorganisms. Okay, write down all the cells, if infected by virus, produce an antiviral glycoprotein called interferon, IFN. Interferons ke short form alli IFN anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. interferons ke ಹೆಸರು IFN, interferons. Okay, antiviral glycoproteins are called interferon, IFN. Okay, write the drawing. Cells with the interferons ಬರ್ಬೇಡಿ. Sanjit, you want me to repeat? Okay, I'll repeat. Starting in the repeat ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಹೆಂಗೆ? Okay. Cytokine barriers ಇಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. It is a special type of defense system that work against the viral infections but it has no effect on other microorganisms. Cells infected by virus produce an antiviral glycoprotein called interferon, IFN. Okay, draw the diagram. Finish drawing or what? Finished drawing? When it's finished, you tell me. Done now? Okay, write down. Next. Write down. When virus infects a cell, when virus infects a cell, it injects its nucleic acid. It injects its nucleic acid into the host cell. Okay, I'm waiting, dear sir, Nisarga. Right on. Okay, right on. When virus infects a cell, it injects its nucleic acid into the cell. It injects its nucleic acid into the cell. Next point. Using the host machinery, it begins to produce its cell components. Through protein synthesis. But the cells invaded by virus begins to produce antiviral protein. Cells invaded by the virus begins to produce antiviral protein called interferons. Next point. But they are unable to tackle the virus during first infection. Because virus multiplies at a faster rate. So already so many people are left. 124 and 8, 112 bandidira. Then you people say that you want the notes. I wonder. Kodtara notes na you bit hogtira class na. How it is possible for you to get the notes? ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಬಿಟ್ ಹೋಗಿರೋ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಳಿಸೋದೇ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟೇ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ನಾ ಅಪ್ ಟು ದ ಟೈಮ್ 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗೋದೇನಿದೆ. Okay. So what I told you, because virus multiplies at a faster rate. What to repeat, ma? Gauri. I said although the affected cell produce the interferons, it cannot tackle the virus back. Once again, I'll repeat one more sentence. Last sentence ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೇಳಿ? ಆಗಲೇ ಬೈತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Already 114 members are there. Last sentence ಏನು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಹೇಳಿ? Those who want to repeat. Gauri, last sentence ಏನು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಹೇಳಿ? ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. What was the last sentence you wrote? Then only I can repeat. Unable to tackle the virus. Unable to tackle the virus because virus multiplies at a faster pace or faster rate. Virus multiplies at a faster pace or faster rate. Fine. Good. Yeah, she's written. Next point, you write. These interferons are produced after recognizing the virus. These interferons are produced after recognizing the virus, are transferred from dying cell to these interferons produced after recognizing the virus transfer from dying cells to the neighboring cells, neighboring living cells, transfer to neighboring living cells. Next, through neighboring cells, through cell junctions. Cell junctions. Next point, when virus breaks open the infected cell, when the virus breaks open the infected cell and try to infect the neighboring cells, its nucleic acid is blocked from multiplication. Nucleic acid is blocked from multiplication. Its nucleic acid is blocked from multiplication by the interferons produced in large numbers. ಬರೆದಾಯ್ತಾ? Okay. Fever increases the production of interferons. ಎಷ್ಟು ಫೀವರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಂಟರ್ಫೆರಾನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಣ್ಣದಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಮಲ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು. ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್, ಫೀವರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೆರಾನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. Increase the interferon production. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Okay, listen now. Finished. So next part we are doing it is specific defense. Idella in the first and second order la third order defense is specifically you will produce antibodies. Specific defense ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾಥೋಜನ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಆಂಟಿಜೆನ್ ನಮ್ಮ WBC ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಂಟಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Any foreign protein comes, it will recognize this as a foreign antigen, and accordingly it will produce some proteins called antibodies. They will all engulf this and they will block it and kill it. This is the antigen antibody reaction. It is the one important thing that will give you specific immunity. Okay, next class is specific immunity. Produced by B and T lymphocytes. B lymphocytes ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ. B lymphocytes ಗೂ T lymphocytes difference ನಾಳೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. When I started, I will ask you B method T lymphocytes. B is lymphocytes of the bone marrow. T is thymus lymphocytes. ಎರಡು ತರ lymphocytes ಇರುತ್ತೆ. The antigens and antibodies are proteins. They're fighting their reaction. We'll discuss in the next class. Sarina? Okay. So that is about the specific heading. But specific defense mechanism. Specific defense mechanism. Bardra? Okay, fine then. It's time now. Let's meet tomorrow again. Okay, see you. Bye bye. But don't eliminate before I end the meeting. Many have eliminated already. Bye.